no, never turn back. No. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not self seeking. It does not dishonor others. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongdoings. Love does not delight in evil, but it rejoices in the truth. It always protects, it always trusts, it always hopes, it always perseveres. Love never fails. Good morning, Lavonda Weaver, and welcome back, everybody. So as you all know, and actually this can be applied to the reading today, but this message I'm getting. So there are two witches that are part of COVID that argued for their limitations, and well, they won the argument. They got it. Everything in their life has to come to a complete death and ending in order for you to have peace to live your life, in order for you to be able to have peace in your life. Because these two witches of chaos literally feel entitled to your life, anywhere you work, anywhere you live, any friends that you make. And they're weirdos because they're just some people that found out about you. They're not even people you grew up with or that you even have a personal relationship with. Which brings me to my next point. I have death and peace, and that's what they told me the message was. But they said the death was a complete ending to their finances, their friendships, their families, their stability, their housing, their money, like their love lives. Everything in their life has to die and come to a complete ending in order for you to have peace, because they argued for their limitations, because they refused to just accept that they have to live their own lives, and they can't just put you on like a coat. They can't wear you like a dress. They can't just step into your life and become you. It's weird. Okay. Now, the other download that I got, and I think you all might know this, you all understand that there are more non-organic humans walking around right now than they are actual organic humans that are in their original body. Due to these demonic archons, and all the contracts that were presented to people that were in their shadow self, meaning they did not confront unhealed aspects of their character, but instead they wanted to cheat at life by going to practitioners and joining covens and cults and banding together to stay warm. In other words, people that did do their shadow work, that are able to manifest the life that they want, they wanted to take a shortcut, a quantum leap into that life without doing the work. So because they didn't want to do the work, they went to spiritual practitioners and turned to all type of divination and doing magic. And this is why there are not a whole bunch of organic humans walking around right now, because they might look like familiar faces and look like normal body. They could bleed and everything. But a lot of these people walking around are either walk-ins or clones, because they signed contracts thinking that they'd be able to quantum leap into your life because you did the work to heal yourself. And they wanted your reward. Because what the spirit was showing me is, I'm picking up on two women, but it's not just these two women. These are not organic humans in their original body. These are clones. Now, everybody's not a clone. Some of them are walk-ins, meaning they spent a little too much time flying their demonic ass around on the astral realm, and something else slipped into their body. They were doing a little too much experimentation with the book of shadows and whatever else they read and study out of. and they then got lost and trapped in mirrors and dimensions and all kind of stuff. And there are demonic spirits that have gotten hold of their bodies. And there are more inorganic humans walking around because how many of y'all have noticed that since 2020, after COVID, we know a shift has occurred in consciousness. There are a whole bunch of non-organic humans walking around in human suits where you can't look or hear and tell the difference unless you are very, very discerning, because it's unnatural. The way they behave, it's very, very unnatural and unhuman. If you pay attention, like, what is wrong with this bitch? This is crazy. I don't even know you from anywhere. How do you know about me? Why are you hacking me? What the hell, Destiny? What the? These are not humans. These are archonic demonic spirits that have taken over the vessel of people that didn't realize what they were getting into when they tried to make spiritual contracts to become rich overnight. Okay, some of them are clone energies that humans have cloned here on Earth because they do such great evil work and they're so diabolical. They were like, we can't let you get away. We could actually use you. Okay, these two women, I feel like they may be clones because the level of hyper focus that they have on your life, your joy, your progress, and happiness, it's not normal. It's not like a normal jealousy, okay? The jealousy that they have over your life, they take personal offense and they see it as a personal attack on their life whenever you do anything to upgrade yourself. If you make yourself look pretty, if you take pretty pictures, if you do your hair, if you do your nails, if you get in shape, work out, put some makeup on or not, if you put a nice outfit on, if you make yourself look nice and do something you enjoy or spend money that you worked hard for, they take it as you're doing that to hurt them and harm them. They take it as a personal attack on them, like you're flaunting and teasing them. Look how easy it is for me to manifest these things in my life, but you're unable to do so. When in actuality, they have been breaking their necks and having sex and using their sexual energy. These entities in these human bodies and these clones, they've been breaking their necks and going overboard in things that they do, sucking and fucking everybody to get access to resources to invade your life, to spy on you. Because the thing about it is, whoever I'm talking to, I don't think you're flaunting your life or your blessings in anyone's face. I think you might even try to hide. The energy I'm picking up on, you might, and it's not that you have to, but it's that it's gotten so bad for you, you feel like you have to dim your light and hide it a little bit because your light is so bright that it attracts too much negative energy. It attracts too many of these inhumane, crazy clones and demonic archon walk-ins that are in these men and women that immediately become aware of your presence because they can see the light emanating out of you and they're instantly drawn to you. How do I be a human? How do I manifest abundance? How do I feel? How do I become empathetic, or how do I look empathetic like you? Because you're truly empathetic, but what do I have to mirror and do I have to mirror empathy and then I'll get the money? How do I do it? I'm a robot. I'm not a human. I come from somewhere else. I don't know what to do to become abundant. And you keep saying it's by empathy and compassion. Show me where I can buy it at, or I want to invade your privacy so I can watch you and mimic it, and then I expect money. You understand? These people are not human. I'm not just saying it to say it. Some of them are not human because it's not even human, the level of obsession they have with your life and the level of offense they take to anything you do to yourself. And how do they know the things that you do to make yourself happy? They know because they are invading your privacy. They're hacking your computers and phones. They're spying on you. And anytime, no matter where you move or no matter where you go, 3 to 4 people are dispatched to that location to throw spell work at you. You know it's demonic. They're not human. How many of y'all remember that movie back in the day called They Live? Come on, somebody tell me your age. Who remembers that movie back in the day, They Live? Okay, I'm the only old person here. Okay. Well, there's a movie back in the day. It was called They Live. That had some corny wrestling scenes in it. But there was a movie called They Live back in the day where a man put these sunglasses on, a wrestler, and he realized that there were some non-humans in human suits that were living amongst humans that were taken over, that were only trying to feed off of human energy. And it's funny because they reference the year 2025, and they got other humans to join secret societies to join in to help them keep everybody sleeping so that they could keep their operation going and eventually take over the whole planet. So you had regular human beings that were being offered contracts, and in being open to signing a contract to give their soul and to work with these beings disguised in human suits, they were given access to modern technology that other people didn't know about. They would time travel, all kind of money, houses, and things, regular humans, because they were helping these things to get human bodies and to energy harvest from the people that were unaware of them. Okay, this was a movie. It was called They Live back in the day. That is what, and they referenced something happening in 2025 in that movie that's actually happening right now. So what we got going on right now is a whole bunch of people that are not human, that are, but they're very convincing, okay? And the reason they're so obsessed in an unnatural way with dispatching 3 and 4 people to any location you walk or move or relocate to, anywhere you go, you're like, how is that possible? Because they're not human. A lot of them are not human. And yes, they take personal offense. They take it as you're attacking them by living your life, by being able to manifest, and by being human and having real feelings and emotions, and being able to regulate and control them in such a way that allows you to manifest abundance for yourself. And they're frustrated because they can't figure it out, because they cannot feel. Narcissists, they cannot feel empathy and compassion, okay? So they cannot feel, so they don't understand. I said what you said, how come it's not the same and it's not working for me? And it's because it's energy, has to do with the divine feminine energy, intuition. Their logic, because they're strict left brain thinkers like a robot, is okay, you say this, that, and the other, and that shows people that you have emotional intelligence and you embody empathy and compassion. So I'm going to say everything that you say, and I expect to get the same results. But what they don't understand is they're operating from a strictly left brain type function. It's the energy that's behind what you say and do. It meaning you cannot trick the universe, okay? The energy that is emanating from your heart is what allows you to attract the experiences, the prosperity, and the abundance and the protection in your life. You can't trick the universe with logic by dressing up and putting lipstick on a pig. They can still see it's a pig with lipstick on. The universe can still see that it's nothing in your energetic signature that's putting forth what it is you're saying out of your mouth. But they don't understand that because they only operate out of their left brain, strictly masculine. Okay, they're not balanced in feminine and masculine energy. So either way, I say that to say the unnatural level of hyper fixation that these two women have on your life that, by the way, they shouldn't even know what's going on in your life. They are hacking and spying on you and sending people to spy on you so they can see what's going on in your life because they're clones. This is why they have a glitch in their brain. They're literally clones. And it's some kind of glitch in their thinking, in their programming, where they have an unhealthy obsession and fixation on you that can't be broken except through death. You understand? Except through death. And if not a physical death, the everything in their life has to end, meaning they don't have the money to surveillance you. They don't have the money to even buy a phone or keep a roof over their head. So in order for them to be able to surveillance you so that they can continue to be hyper fixated on destroying your life, they would need to be able to keep up their own life, meaning have a roof over their head and food on their table. So right now, they are actually getting burdens in their life by divine orchestration that are going to prevent them from pursuing you and bothering you any further. These clones, okay? I'm telling you, these two women are clones. But the only way to stop them is by stopping their money, their housing, their food, their ability to have phones and communication. That's them going into like homeless struggle mode is going to create such an obstacle in their life that they won't be able to have the time. They'll be in survival mode to the point where they cannot fixate on you and keep orchestrating things in your life to happen to you. Now, understand something. Sometimes when you see people that are on the street in survival mode going through something like this, sometimes it's a type of karma they're experiencing because they were in the energy these two women are in for you right now. They have an unhealthy fixation on your life to the point where they won't stop unless everything in their life completely dies. You understand? And the only way your ancestors, God, karma, the divine, can stop them from being so intrusive into your life and this unhealthy demonic fixation they have on your life is for them to be homeless with a terminal illness, struggling to get out the cold in the winter, like have the foot of God on their neck to the point where if they're not in pain, they're going to go looking for you again. You understand? If they're not looking for a meal and freezing and trying to figure out how they're going to survive the next day, then what's going to happen is they're going to start looking for you again. If they get enough money to get a phone, one of them welfare phones or whatever, that they give out, or they used to give out under the umbrellas on every corner so that they could listen to your phone calls and monitor everybody. If they were able, even being homeless, if they're able to get access to even a phone, the first thing they're going to do, if they're not at the library, is look you up and see if they can find a way to find out what you got going on now to sabotage it while going through what they're going through. You understand? Of course, this is not the reason why everyone is homeless, but this is these type of energies. The only way to stop them is to put them in such a state where they don't have enough money, food, energy, or good health to do anything but barely stay alive. That's the only way to hold them back. And they're beyond, listen to me, y'all. They are beyond salvation. They are beyond salvation, okay? These are clones. You understand? These are people that do not know how to regulate their emotions, and they're risk takers. So because they can't regulate their emotions, these are risk takers that become parts of cults and covens run by these secret societies that have access to cloning centers and technology that has not been openly introduced to the public yet. And what they do is they use these type of men and women when they die in prison or whatever. They just clone them because they're risk takers and they're diabolical, and they like some of the work that they do. So some people in the wealth class will clone them and use them to over and over again continue to do the same thing to people they despise because you have a bright light and they can't energy harvest from you. So they will use these clone energies. Some of them are very jealous women that are hyper fixated. And the last thing I'm going to say before I jump in these cards is the last thing I want to say about them is pay attention. When you go out, if you're highly intuitive, like me, QUAN, I can spot now a non-human. No jokes. Do you know now when I see these energies, I can tell who's a walk-in and who's an organic human. I can tell who's a clone and who's not. I can tell now. Like all I need is to feel your energy just a little bit. I need to just hear you talk a little bit, and I instantly can tell if you're an organic human or if you're a whole walk-in, meaning some kind of spirit has walked in and taken over your vessel because your ass got caught up doing a little bit too much in the astral realm, and you got, you went away from your body and something else came in and you can't get back to it. You understand? I can tell now because they have an energy signature. They sound and look a certain way. They always squint their eyes, and why do you always have to go so far to fix yourself up before you come out the house? Good morning, ma'am. Do I know you? When you have weirdos that you've never seen before come up to you and they sound real weird and demonic, and you don't even know they've been observing you. And they ask you things like this, like, why did you buy yourself a house so you can just be sitting, drinking your coffee, all comfortable? You're like, bitch, I don't even know your ass. Who the hell are you? And how do you know? This is how you can tell it's a walk-in. You can pick up on the spirits of some of these walk-ins. They are not regular humans, I'm telling you. Or they're not human at all. So these two women, in order for you to have peace, everything in their life must completely die. I have guilt. Somebody might feel guilty that could be taking action to stop them right now, because it's like these two clones have gotten out of control. It started out, I guess, funny to them, and they were having a good time, because you can have sex with clones. These clone energies will do anything sexually. So, of course, they're loving it. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is, it got carried away and went too far, and the clone has lost control. Meaning, the clone is doing too much, and they can't control it anymore. You understand? So it's like, oh God, we got to stop them. They're going too far. Our clones are going too far. Jesus Christ, they're bringing us all kind of bad attention. They're going to expose our whole group. They're going to expose everything we're doing. Jesus Christ. Did she just say that? Oh my God, the clones are talking and saying too much. So somebody feels an element of guilt too, because they didn't realize these clones were going to go as far as they did. Like if the clone was supposed to just keep doing spell work on you, they took it a step further and hired somebody to break in your house and try to sexually violate you. Like, I'll give you oral sex and then I'll pay you after the job's done if you break in that divine empress's house and beat her up and sexually assault her and then throw her on the ground and spit in her face. And whoa, what is she doing? What is she planning? This is the level these clones have gone to. And the people that are a part of these cults that work with these women, it was never meant for them to become that destructive and reckless. They were only supposed to go this far, like doing death spells and orchestrating certain things to happen to you. But they were not supposed to become as extreme as they have become. And that's why I'm saying the clones have gotten out of control, and that's why they have to bring them to a stop and an end. And somebody's running out of patience because they don't know how else to stop them. They don't know what else to do to stop them except to completely end. I saw the death card just now. Completely end everything in their life. They either have to kill them. And don't feel bad. They either have to kill them, they either have to drain and kill these clones, or they have to just remove everything they need to survive. So they'll be walking around lifeless, looking for food, and shelter, trying to stay warm. Okay, that's what they might have to be reduced to, so the clones won't be going after you. Because if they have anything at all, and it's too easy for them, they're gonna come back looking for you again, because they have a glitch in their brain where they have an unhealthy fixation on you, and it's like they can't turn it off or switch it off. It's permanently burned in their brain to seek out you to get your energy. That's how they're programmed. They are programmed to seek out you and get your energy, and that's it, nothing else. They wake up, they live, they breathe, they move, thinking about getting your energy. When they go to sleep at night, when they wake up in the morning, when they're on the toilet, all they can think about is coming toward you and getting your energy. And whoever the original human was, it started out most likely with just a simple jealousy. It started out with a simple jealousy from some unhealed psychological childhood issue that they probably had, that they never got a healthy therapy for, and that's what led to them joining a coven, some kind of abuse, and them eventually even taking some risks that caused them to lose their life, and to be cloned over and over again. Okay, so sad news in the reverse: theft. Somebody tried to steal something from someone that's high honor. I'm also healing. Okay, somebody is healing, but I'm also hearing somebody in your family might have tried to steal something from you. It could be your energy, or your spiritual gifts, or money, or something tangible. But they tried to steal something from you, and they didn't realize you were high honor. And I mean spiritually high honor. And the reason is because whoever this person in your family is, they know you as, I don't know how you grew up, but they know you as so and so that got their ass whooped and had at 2 o'clock in the morning because you didn't wash the dishes right, and you had to get up and wash the dishes. Got your ass whooped when you were potty training because you peed on the floor or something crazy. The way they see you, because they're familiar with you, and grew up in familiar areas with you, so close. Seeing you as a child and watching you get ass whoopings like them, or however you grew up, familiar is, I'm trying to make the point of familiarity. They didn't know that you were spiritually ranked. They didn't realize you're not really a part of their family spiritually. You were born in that family. And they thought they could steal something from you, but you're a person of high honor. Okay. And then I have child in the reverse here. Okay. Someone might have tried to steal your innocence, or someone might have tried to frame you. Somebody might have tried to frame you as a child in the reverse to make it seem like you were not innocent, and you're very innocent, a Capricorn. So there's a Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. I feel like that might have wanted to steal your energy and your light, even since you were a small child. And this person is an occult, and they have been on a campaign since your childhood, since you became an adult, and they couldn't conspire with your family members to spiritually steal your money from you. Your money, okay? Maybe it's your money too, but your energy, which is your money, okay? Energy is a form of money. But since childhood, the way that this person's been able to steal your energy, possibly through toxic family members that they bribed, they lost control of you when you became an adult. And they've been on a heavy campaign to prove to people that you are not a person of high honor, but you are some kind of distorted child, a waste, someone that's a lowlife in society, so that people will look the other way when they try to implement certain things in your life to steal your energy. Whoever this Capricorn is, they've been watching you since you were a child, right into your adulthood. And they have been doing their best to do a smear campaign so people will see you as a bad person so that they could orchestrate things so that they can get your energy to do things within their witchcraft circle. This is a ritualist. This Capricorn is a ritualist that wanted your energy to do spell work with. And because as an adult, you are such a righteous and pure spirit, they had to work overtime and hire clones and hire distorted, jealous women and men to come against you to try to smear your name and your character so no one would care. You would seem like a waste of space when they did whatever they wanted to do to steal your energy. All right, what is the energy crowning this read right now? All right, what is the energy crowning this read? Please and thank you. Okay, so there could be an emperor energy here. There might be some kind of emperor energy or a boss figure, a leader, or some kind of authoritarian figure here that is that might be stressed out about something, sleepless nights. Something is bothering this person, okay? This might be something about a King of Wands and a Chariot, a Cancer. Somebody might have thought somebody was a good investment for a marriage or a community at one time, or somebody kept watching somebody around their home. Oh, okay, got it. So one of these little clone energies that have been stalking you in your community around your home that got out of control had to be brought under control. But there is possibly an Aries. There might be an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising here that might have had feelings for, or that might be someone that they care about. Because that's a part of their cult or someone they were married to. This might have been like their wife or their girlfriend, okay? This might be someone that they had a sexual relationship with for a very long period of time. So it might be some feelings involved there. But the problem is, this is a clone that got out of control, that got so out of control that they became ultra reckless. And even when they were told it's time to back off of you, they refused to, and they refused to let go. But this Aries is upset about it because they love that clone. That clone got some good head, is what I'm hearing, okay? That clone energy had some really good head and would let them do anything that they wanted. That clone had a very active throat chakra and root chakra. So this Aries is upset about it. But the problem is they couldn't get the clone under control. This could be a fire sign, another fire sign, a Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius. And because they got out of control, there's someone here, someone might have Cancer in their chart. I have Aries, Cancer, and Leo, Aries, Sag. 2 fire signs and possibly a water sign. But they got upset because, you know, they love that clone. They love that clone because, again, that clone has a very sexually active root and throat chakra. And they didn't want to let that go. But at the same time, you got to be responsible. And you have to know, even though they say that crazy sex and head is the best, when it's someone that's mentally ill, that's got a couple of screws loose in their head because they're crazy, you've got to know when it's time to let go. So whoever this Aries is, they needed to let this person go, but it's hard for them because of the enjoyment they get from this person. So they have to be responsible and just know when somebody is too far gone mentally. Even if they're serving a purpose in your life, you have to learn not to be selfish and realize somebody has gone too far mentally, beyond return, and they have to be put down like a mad dog. And I don't know, these two people might be at odds right now, Cancer and an Aries, because of this. What happened in the recent past? In the recent past, something was a contract was supposed to have ended. Okay, a contract that somebody might have had with an Aquarius and a Taurus. Okay, so somebody had a contract with, this was a work contract. Okay, somebody had some kind of a work contract, but these are spiritual contracts to do stuff to you. They had a contract with an Aquarius and a Taurus to do something. Somebody could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So they got this group together that consisted of two women that were humans, regular organic humans at the time when they first set out to do this. But from when they started this journey years ago to the present time, they died. Okay, whether these two men or warlocks are aware of it or not, those two women they started this journey with, it's more women that's a part of this, but these two women specifically, an air sign and a fire sign, they were organic humans when they started, but in the process, both of them did something reckless and died, and they cloned them. And I don't know if these two warlocks are even aware that these two women are clones or not. They might not even know, or maybe they do, I don't know. But nonetheless, because they can't regulate their emotions. So this Hierophant energy, clarify, in the recent past, what happened? Clarify the Hierophant. I just want to make sure of something. Clarify this Hierophant. Okay, so somebody felt defeated because they were getting too reckless and they wouldn't stop what they were doing. Okay, they wanted to do some kind of weird destiny swap with you. They wanted to do some kind of weird destiny swap with you, but they felt defeated because enough time had passed. They were unable to get your energy. They were unable to destroy your life or suppress it enough to take your energy and to step into your energy or your life. The Four of Wands. This might be someone was in a mental imprisonment because they wanted this marriage or contract. Okay, someone was in a mental imprisonment because they wanted someone to make them an offer for this contract or marriage and told them to take a risk to do a destiny swap with you to see if they could take your energy and your destiny, take your star, take your spiritual gifts, and literally take it from you and become them. And the reason they did this was because this woman was so agreeable. She was willing to do anything for money. She was sexually open and fluid to have sex with men or women. She didn't mind getting down and dirty, getting her hands dirty in this cult. She didn't mind going out and baiting and sleeping with any man or woman they needed her to. Like she was perfect for them. And whatever their little cult represents, and whatever they do or were doing to steal money or to take energy from people or rituals, she was completely sexually open to doing whatever she had to do to get results. And they loved that about her. She would have sex with a man or a woman, try to seduce a man or a woman. If she got to walk into the Social Security office and drop to her knees and give a funky supervisor that ain't washed his balls that morning a blowjob, she would be the first one to jump down to her knees and do it and lick and suck on his balls and just spit it out and keep it moving to get him to lie or do things. You understand what I'm saying? This is the this is the reason why they wanted her to take your energy, because you're very spiritually powerful and your light is very bright, but you don't carry yourself in such a way. Whoever you are, you're overprotective of your energy, you're sensitive with your energy, and you're not sexually open to allowing anyone to just connect with you sexually, because you do shadow work, or you've done your shadow work, and you know what sexually connecting to unhealed people can do to you, physically and spiritually. You know how they can project and bring demonic spirits and entity attachments and cause insecurities that you healed from to and old wounds to reopen, because a person that's unhealed that you have sex with, what they'll do is they will project their insecurities that are unhealed onto you, and they'll do that by projecting onto you things to make you feel insecure, and then it's negative energy either way. Whoever you are, you're not sexually open in such a way. You honor your vessel and you respect your body, not just physically, but spiritually as well. And you're not comfortable with this level of promiscuity, but you have all the power. And they knew that you would not be open to this. And they also knew that you would not be open to a poly relationship where you having your pH balance thrown off. I'm hearing so many women that talk about now how happy they are to be single. They have peace and a balanced pH in their life. And I laugh when I see it, because, I can understand when you're not sexually active, you don't have no man, y'all are women, y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't got to go into it, God damn it. I know it's men in my life too, but the women in my life, y'all know what I'm talking about. When you're in a relationship with a man and you're having sex on a regular basis, sometimes you got to worry about your pH being thrown off, because and especially if you're worried about somebody cheating on you or in a poly relationship, it can still even if they're using protection, it doesn't matter. It can still throw your pH off. You understand? So either way, this person did not want you because you would not let them do whatever they want. You're not open to a poly relationship, and you're definitely not open to sleeping with any Tom, Dick, Harry, Sarah, or Joanne. Okay, and so they thought that they could put your power and energy into this woman that would and was open to that. And they were going to offer her a marriage contract in whatever type of spiritual organization they're a part of. And they spent the last few years trying to make that happen, but it did not happen. Okay, so that's what your attack, all of the spiritual attacks on you, the constant pulling at your sacral chakra, trying to harness your energy, this is what it was all about. Okay, see, but the thing is, God is so good and God is so intelligent, because you can't get to that level of power and be toxic. You can't have that type of power and energy and have the wrong mindset, because in the wrong hands, it would be too destructive. So of course, God made it in such a way that you have to accomplish certain lessons in which you become enlightened, and your chakras have to be in alignment in order for your sacral to cultivate that type of energy, that potent and that powerful and that strong. You have to be in alignment. And the only way you get in alignment is if you know how to balance your dark and light energy, meaning empathy, compassion, you're connected to your higher intuition and you make good decisions. Okay? And you know how to regulate your emotions, which means you know how to balance your dark and light energy. So this is the reason why God allowed you to have that power and not them. Okay? Because they just want to use it for the wrong reason. They want to use it to bully people so that they can live a selfish life of pure self-indulgence, where they take your energy from you and then they run off with it and enjoy their whole life with your energy. literally, and leave you with nothing. And hell no, we rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Where they do that at? So after you did all your good shadow work, ain't nobody about to come and stick a straw in your back, in your sacral chakra, and you surf it out and go spend it. Ciao, bye. So doing this became too much of a burden because they couldn't get it done. Because of course you're connected to your higher intuition, and of course you come with favor and protection because you're doing the right things. So it was too much of a burden to steal from you, and they had to release. They had to release what they were trying to do. But the women that they used to do this didn't want to let it go because they felt used. They felt jealous, and now we sat up here and we allowed you and all of your friends to completely slut us out. We literally, deep down inside, we didn't want to slut ourselves out. I know we act like we do, but deep down inside, we really didn't want to do that. But it's just because of some form of sexual and physical and psychological abuse and trauma that we were unable to overcome throughout the years, that we, instead of reflecting, are still in an energy of projection and victim mentality. Because of that, we didn't heal from it. So we agreed to let you slut us out in order to get power, because we have low self-esteem, and the power to hurt other people that we're jealous of because they didn't go through the same thing we did, or they healed from the same thing we did. Either way, we're jealous of those people. And if we have to slut ourselves out to get the type of power where we can harm and look down on other people and stop everything in their life, their money, do beauty spells, make them ugly, and destroy them, it would help us to mask our real psychological issues and low self-esteem. It would serve as a distraction and a deterrent from dealing with our own trauma. Okay, so that's exactly what was going on here. They didn't want to deal with their own trauma, so they wanted power. So they were willing to slut themselves out for these men, this Cancer, Aries, and a whole slew of other men involved, because they thought they were going to get power over you, which would make them forget about their own pain. Okay, but unfortunately for them, it didn't work out. So now not only are they left still with their trauma and pain, but they're going to be broke, homeless, and dealing with their trauma and pain now. So now, instead of doing healing work for the last few years, now they're going to be in poverty, dealing with karma, and still have to get therapy and deal with whatever their trauma and unhealed wounds are. And this is the reason why they became so destructive and reckless, and didn't want, and still right now, this very moment, don't want to let go. Because in order to become a part of their cult, their secret society, where they would get access to the FBI, NSA, CIA, people in the police departments, judges, get away with crimes. In order to get all that access, they had to slut themselves out. They had to be willing to do humiliation rituals. They had to do all these things to their body because they thought the reward would outweigh all of the shame, all of the embarrassment, all of the disrespectful ejaculations all over their face. By wrinkled, old, clear-skinned men and judges, with their mouth open. The reward in the end would be, I get to take money and not go to jail from you, and then I'm going to call you a broke bitch. And then nobody's going to do nothing about it because I'm a part of the secret society. But to go through all of that only to find out you're going to be broke now, you're going to be the broke bitch. I just want you to understand, this is why they don't want to let go. Because they feel like they paid the price. And they feel like you didn't have to pay any of these prices, and you had the nerve to be born with spiritual abilities and gifts. And you got the nerve to have all this abundant energy and power. You didn't have to slut yourself out, and they did, and you didn't have to do it, and you were born with what you have. And now they're about to be broke too. This is the reason why they're reckless, destructive, and they're like, well, hell, I'm going to attack you until the day I die. That's why they're in that energy right now. They're going to attack you till the day they die or until everything comes to an end in their life because they're angry and ashamed and they feel nasty and they never got the sweet, sweet reward they thought they were going to get. And their bodies are all used up and they just hate it because they feel like it would have been worth it if only they got that reward, which would have been seeing you and your life torn down. This is because they didn't lean into their intuition enough to see this couldn't be done. Tell me more about the situation right now with the Hierophant. What's going on now with this Hierophant energy? This might be the court system. So they might even have trouble with the law because of some of the things that they were doing. Yeah, somebody can't move to calmer waters right now because something might be being illuminated, okay, about what this Queen of Pentacles reverse was doing. This, kitchen witch with the low IQ. This kitchen witch with the low IQ that only knows how to suck dick for money. This could be even a kitchen witch college graduate with a low IQ that only knows how to suck dick for money. I'm sorry, it is what it is. This is the download I'm getting. You can graduate from college and have a low IQ. Honey, you can graduate from college and have a low IQ. I promise you. There's a whole bunch of them. You can see a whole bunch of them right now. Like, the hell? You graduated from what? I didn't even go to college. And my IQ high. Child, you can graduate from college and have a low IQ. Oh, yes, you can. No offense, Richmond, Virginia. My joke. Sorry, y'all. No offense to nobody from Richmond, Virginia, and I mean that. But I learned that. I lived in Richmond, Virginia for a very, very short amount of time, and that's where I found out that you can have a PhD and graduate from college and have a real low IQ. All right, and I'm not saying that's everybody. Y'all know Richmond, Virginia. I ain't talking about everybody, but I do have a little running joke of my own going. When somebody say something too out the way, I'll be like, oh, you must have one of them Richmond, Virginia PhDs, huh? Okay, somebody gonna get offended. All right, so somebody can't move to calmer waters because something is getting illuminated about this airhead, bubblehead type energy. The Five of Pentacles, they couldn't get away with it. And they are losing everything. Financially, they're losing everything that they wanted you to lose. Tell me more about this Emperor energy right now. Yeah, the cycle's over. They got fired. The Three of Pentacles reverse. Their access is denied to this cult or coven. And tell me, what's the Eight of Pentacles? They're going to have to get low wage, minimum wage paying jobs now. And this is justice. Every single thing in this coven that they sought out to happen to you is right now happening to them right now in real time. And this is balance, and this is justified. They argued for their limitations, Libra, and now they got them. All right. And what about this Emperor right now? What's going on with this Emperor energy, this Aries right now? What's going on with this Aries right now? Somebody that does not want to, somebody that can't let something go, has rejected somebody's offer, a friend or a water sign that's working on something because they're closed emotionally. Okay, so a Capricorn might still be trying to make an offer to a water sign to work on something for them, but they're turning their offers down right now and they're closed off to this Capricorn emotionally. Okay. because they're childish. Oh, this Capricorn is a clone too, by the way. That Capricorn energy is a clone as well. The only ones that are a part of this cult in all the energies that come up that are not clones, the Aries is not a clone, the Cancer is not a clone, and the Pisces is not a clone. Okay, but the Libra is a clone, the Aquarius is a clone, the Libra, the Aquarius, the Leo, and the Capricorn. All of them are clones. All of them are clones. They might even have several of them operating somewhere. Somebody might be in the army that's karmic or crooked. All right, what are the messages? Please and thank you. Child, it's 2025. I don't want to hear nobody talking crazy about, oh, what are you talking about? Ain't no clone. Ain't no such thing as a clone. Girl, you crazy. Child, it is 2025. The world has ended as you knew it back in 2019. Yes, there are clones walking around. There are fewer humans walking around right now, organic humans, than there are of some of these clone energies. That's why they're so weird. I mean, you always had women that were a little weird or jealous and got a demon and became hyper focused on other women, and men too, like that, hyper focused on women, but not to this level. It's almost unnatural. Has anyone else noticed how unnatural it is? It's like it's not like a normal fixation anymore. It's not like a normal fixation. It's like a robot, or it's like something is controlling them. Like they're programmed in the brain to just keep coming towards you over and over again, nonstop. And where are they getting the energy from to do it? Because they're clones. I know I'm not the only one that has noticed this. You're running into weirdo, peculiar people, like in your day-to-day life. And like you might run into a whole bunch of non-human people throughout your day now and not even realize it. Look at them on the news. You can even see them on the news. You're like, this is not a human. This is not human at all. Or that's a walk-in right there. Y'all pay more attention. Y'all, it's not a lot of organic humans left out there. I'm serious. All right, what are the messages? You need to isolate and heal for a better perspective. Heart chakra. Okay, somebody might need to pay attention to something going on right now. I might need to pull a quick heart chakra card for someone. Somebody needs to be careful. Somebody's going to try to put spell work in something they eat or drink. Somebody's going to try to put some spell work into something that somebody eats or drinks. All right, clarify, what is this about someone's heart chakra? There's something that someone's not seeing clearly, maybe. All right, let's see what this is about. What's going on with the heart chakra? So, this is someone that's feeling trapped in unloving, toxic relationships. Okay. What else? There's something they need to pay attention to, or someone. Lack of humanitarianism connections. Losing one's sense of identity. All right, we'll do one more. Immune issues, grief. Okay. All right. I'm picking up on somebody's energy right now that might need to pay attention to something. They need to isolate themselves right now and heal for a better perspective. Whoever I'm talking to right now, You might feel a lack of humanitarianism connection, like to people and things like that. You might be feeling trapped, or maybe in the past, you felt trapped in unloving, toxic relationships. Uh, you might have some immune issues. You might be experiencing some grief. You might feel like you're losing your sense of identity, or you might feel like you have lost your sense of identity. Okay, what is this they need to pay attention to? Oh, okay. So this might be somebody that might have been reckless and destructive in the past, that might be kind of sad and depressed. They might be going through some depression right now. Okay, because a lot of things are happening very quickly. Okay. Uh, and they might be okay with everything that's going on right now, the devil reverse. Okay, because everything is getting balanced out. Okay, so whoever I'm talking to, I need to tell you, uh, you were very destructive and reckless in the past, but right now you're trying to balance things out and do better. The relationships that you were in the past, they were toxic and they were unloving, and they're telling you isolate yourself, because someone might be trying to put spell work over something that you eat or drink to make you fall or slip back into an old pattern of thinking. You might need to spend some time alone so that you can clear your energy. When we are healing, we can't be around other people, because other people will taint our energy. And the thing that stops us from being able to hear the voice of God is our connection to other humans that all have advice and things to say and banter all around us, and distractions and gossip and things. When you're around too many people, you can't hear the voice of God. And the voice of God is your connection to your higher self, that's going to guide you and give you the clarity and the insight that you need to be able to move forward on your path, and to see where mistakes were made, corrections need to be made, what you need to let go of, what you need to keep, what no longer serves you, and how to move forward in your life, and to help you to have proper discernment. But you cannot hear the voice of God until you get quiet and you have to get away from people. Because as long as you're hearing other people talking, you cannot hear your higher self, which is God. Okay? So be careful being around people. Somebody might try to do spell work in something that you eat or drink, whoever I'm talking to. Was there anything else for that person? Tower. Yeah, you could be having a tower right now with a narcissist. So I don't know, you might be a water sign. You might be having a tower right now with a narcissist, a Leo. Yeah, you might be having a tower with a Leo narcissist right now. Stay away from them. They're going to try to arrange to have, someone's going to try to arrange to do spell work in something that you eat or drink. Okay. They're very upset and reckless right now because they didn't get what they were expecting. Okay. And they want to try to connect with you and make an offer to you so they can drain you. Okay. They want to connect to you so they can drain you. And you have to isolate right now, the Ace of Pentacles, so that they can get a new start. And they can get you to get out of whoever you are. You're in alignment right now and healed, but they want to see if they could retard and reverse your healing. Whatever steps of transformation you started going through, they want you to go backwards. And it's because this Leo is demonically possessed, full demonic possession. So of course, that demon still wants you to help it to get access to resources so it can get more energy. Okay. And they see you as a gateway for that. So they don't want you in alignment and healed, because that means they won't be able to access you, which means money and resources to get more energy. They want you unhealed and off of your alignment and off of your path. So avoid this Leo if you can at all costs, and anyone they're connected to, so that you don't lose your way or lose your path. Someone might be trying to create some kind of an illusion. Okay, right now. Okay. Okay, what are the messages? What are the messages? Pull a chakra card again. Third eye. Oh man. Okay, they want a lot from me today. They want me to pull a third eye. Something about someone's third eye. Okay. Okay. What's going on with someone's third eye? So the third eye is the ajna. Okay. The third eye we know is the ajna. It's the sixth chakra or energy center. It is the gateway for light to flow in, for light, for insight, for foresight, wisdom. It's governed by the element of light. It's connected to our heightened and deeper intuition. Good foods for the third eye would be like coffee, blueberries, nuts, alkaline berries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, kiwi. Alkaline fruits are really good for the third eye. Grapes with seeds, purple colored fruits, eggplant. 222 balance in my life right now. Let's go. What do you want me to say to someone about their third eye? Violet is the color of the third eye. Oh, okay. Third eye, overactive, hallucinations or sensory disturbances, and not able to see the bigger picture. Third eye blocked. So somebody's third eye might be blocked. They might be having hallucinations or sensory disturbances, and they might not be able to see the bigger picture because their third eye is blocked right now. Okay. Anything else? Okay, the not being able to see the big picture means a lack of foresight. That means a lack of foresight. Let me see first one thing. Let me see what you can do for a blocked third eye. Sorry, y'all, give me a second here. Oh, my cards all out of order. I know it's aromatherapy. I think they said you can burn frankincense. That could be the crown chakra. But let me take a look real quick. Let me see if we got the throat, third eye. Here we go, right here. Block third eye. Okay. One thing you can do is sleep. Okay. So when your third eye is blocked, one thing you can do for a blocked third eye is sleep. Meditate, aromatherapy. Aromatherapy, you can use frankincense, lavender, neroli, or juniper. Some foods that you can eat that can help with the blocked third eye is blue foods and red foods, like red onion, red cabbage, blueberries, red grapes, blackberries, raspberries, raisins, eggplant, caffeine, organic chocolate, seaweed, kale. Avoid sodium fluoride in tap water, almonds, broccoli, and flaxseed. The yoga pose is a headstand or plow pose, a downward facing dog. The affirmation for your third eye is, I am open to inner guidance. Universal knowledge is within. I see with inner guidance. Clarity, guidance. I recognize wisdom comes from within. Okay? So for a blocked third eye, you can do some aromatherapy with frankincense, lavender, neroli, or juniper. There are yoga poses you can do, headstand and plow pose, downward facing dog. And then you can say these affirmations. But also these are foods that you might eat, red and purple foods for your third eye. The third eye is your intuition, your insight, and your imagination, your visualization. And the element of the third eye is light, okay? It's light. Vision, perception of subtle dimensions and movements of energy, right? So the third eye helps you with your perception of subtle dimensions and movements of energy, your psychic abilities related to clairvoyance and clairaudience, access to mystical states, illumination, and your connection to wisdom and insight. Okay? It motivates inspiration and creativity, and it gives you sight into the realm of the spirit. All right? When you have a block or imbalance in your third eye, you can be feeling stuck in a daily grind, inability without the ability to look beyond your problems and set a guiding vision for yourself. Fantasies that appear more real than reality, indulgence in psychic fantasies and illusions, and unable to establish a vision for oneself and realize it. Rejection of everything spiritual or beyond usual, not being able to see the bigger picture, and a lack of clarity. Okay? So somebody might not be able to see the bigger picture about something right now because their third eye is blocked. What is this that someone needs to see right now, Holy Spirit? Something needs to happen very quickly. So something might need to happen very quickly, and maybe someone's not open-minded. Okay, a Nine of Pentacles. Someone could be an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Somebody that couldn't backstab and betray somebody that has been making spiritual offers. Somebody that that has been working on something. Somebody, okay, so there's somebody here that at one time was working on something against whoever you are. They need to see the bigger picture and let something go and get a job and just work a regular job right now. Because one of the main energies, that the glue that was holding this group together, has already walked away and pulled their energy out. And they're saying whoever this person is that's not connected to their intuition right now, your third eye is blocked. This is a warning. This is a warning for somebody. You need to get a regular job now and forget about whatever you all were working on to try to block whoever you were working on blocking, because it's already over and it's not going to get better for you. Right now, you need to focus on, I don't know why they want me to warn somebody. You could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. The Nine of Pentacles could be Earth energy, or it could just be someone that's single and abundant on their own. They're telling you right now to pull out of whatever you were working on and to pour all your energy into your stability and finding another way to make money, because whatever you were working on has already ended and someone has already walked away. Don't waste any more of your energy or time going after and attacking whoever this person is that y'all are going to have a level up off of, because it's not going to happen. I don't know why they want me to warn somebody, but they're saying that the people that you're working with, they're hallucinating. They're believing in psychic fantasies that appear more real than they already are. I talked about this before. When you are not in alignment and your lower chakras are all twisted up and blocked and locked, then the things that you perceive out of your third eye are wrong and incorrect, because the light is bent and impeded. Light is a form of information and communication. So it causes you to make poor decisions. These people are engaging in activities and fantasies that they're going to one day be able to still destiny swap with the divine feminine, and they're not. It's already over. The divine feminine has already conquered. The divine feminine has already gone through an upgrade and is doing very well right now and is only uphill from here. But they still believe, while they're losing their homes and losing their money, that if they just keep on applying pressure, that they eventually are going to be able to still complete a destiny swap, where the time, like we say in the prayer, the time is already up. Every pharaoh in my life, your time is up. Expire in motion. Expire right now. You're going to drown in the Red Sea. You got to let it go right now. You understand? So whoever this warning is for, the people that you're working with, they are in an illusion right now. Their lives are going to end up in the gutter. There are a whole bunch of people in the street right now that lost touch with reality. These they could have been rich and doing well at one time, singers, entertainers, or even business people. But they got some bad karma because they started engaging in doing something that wasn't good for them. And they thought if they just kept applying pressure and kept doing the same thing over and over again, it would eventually work. And that's the illusion. That is the hallucination. The hallucination and illusion is if you keep on applying pressure and doing the same thing over and over again, eventually it will work. But no, that's not the truth. That's an illusion. It won't work. What's going to happen instead is your life is going to decline, and you won't be able to see your life going down and declining while you're distracted, still trying to accomplish a feat or a goal that's impossible because it's a fantasy at this point. Your third eye is blocked. This is a warning for me to tell somebody, your third eye is blocked. Whatever you're working on with these other women or men or COVID, y'all have already lost. You've already lost. And you're in an illusion right now, you're going to win. And if you stay there too long, you're going to end up losing everything, just like Tweedledee and Tweedledum, a fire sign and an air sign. All right, give me a final message, Holy Spirit. Someone's in a mental imprisonment right now. Somebody feels defeated because they're in a mental imprisonment because right now they are literally drowning in their emotions still about a lost marriage or a lost contract. You see, somebody can't think straight because, again, they feel ashamed and humiliated and disgusted because they allowed their body to be defiled and to use, and they didn't get the reward in the end. They would have never did this, is what they're saying, if they thought that it wasn't going to work out. And that's why they don't want to let go. But this is the very thing that's leading to their demise right now. They are overly emotional and drowning in their emotions about the fact that they couldn't get this contract and marriage. They wanted this offer. All right, give me a final message. Okay. Somebody might have done something very quickly. Someone might be doing something very quickly. To try to hold on to somebody, but they can't keep whatever they're doing covert or hidden. Yet somebody was doing something strategic and very quick to try to get a new start. Someone's having a tower because they can't defend something, having to do with maybe some form of abundance. And someone's under judgment. Wow, Thanksgiving is coming up. I know there was a family that was coming out for a while. Someone is unable to move forward with something. This might be a Capricorn. Oh, okay. So about 2 years ago, it came out that there was a big ritual that was done on a divine feminine by her family and a cult that wanted to bind her and use her energy. And this ritual was done on Thanksgiving. So if you're a divine feminine that has been isolated and had to spend Thanksgiving all by yourself and haven't had no family or nobody, I don't know if this is your family that did this, but there's a divine feminine high priestess energy that spent Thanksgiving by herself or spends all holidays by herself. Your family did a ritual on Thanksgiving years ago. This might even be over 3 years ago. But your family did some kind of ritual over 3 years ago to bind and isolate you and make you their sacrifice. And something is coming up right now because we're coming up on Thanksgiving. And somebody might be under spiritual judgment like right now because they've been trying like hell to sacrifice you. Because maybe they said that they were going to sacrifice you by a certain time you were supposed to die, okay? But they've been unable to touch you because of your favor and protection. So this Capricorn can't move forward with something right now that they've been trying to do. pay people to come toward you to sacrifice you. Yep, to cause you an imbalance because these people are not friends with them anymore. These depressed energies didn't get what they wanted. Oh, there's a Capricorn in trouble, y'all. Whoever that Nine of Pentacles with the third eye blockage is, you better separate yourself and go another direction because it's about to come down Thanksgiving time. Yup, the Hierophant, Thanksgiving time, someone could be a Taurus. Thanksgiving time, something's about to come down. The Four of Wands reversed, someone might be getting divorced, or there could be a whole community or organization that's coming down. Somebody might be very defensive right now because someone might be very defensive right now because they couldn't backstab and betray you. And they're still trying to make spiritual offers, but they soon gonna find out. All right, let me light this coal and I'll pull a final card because we getting ready to pray. He'll take the pain away, I know. He'll take the pain away. He'll take the pain away, I know. He'll take the pain away. Okay. Let's lit. Okay, there we go. Okay. Final message. They're very disappointed that they couldn't sacrifice you. They are very, very disappointed that they have been unable to sacrifice you. Somebody's family put them up for a sacrifice and they've been unable to do it. So you know what that means? That means by Thanksgiving, you're going to see a whole bunch of people that you knew going through all kind of hellish pain that they tried to put you through. You're going to hear from sisters, brothers, cousins, family members that are losing their home, that have children. Suddenly they're losing everything. You're going to see these people all get their karma. You're going to find out everybody that had their hand in spell work and rituals and that have been doing things against you for years. By this Thanksgiving, you're going to know exactly who had their hand in spell work against you. You will know. Because you're going to see suddenly all these people getting the worst luck with their money, with their finances, their jobs, their housing situation. You're going to see them all get their karma. Give me a final card, Holy Spirit, because you in secret, your family had a secret meeting for somebody and you were the sacrifice. Somebody might be an air sign. In secret, they decided they wanted to sacrifice you because you was an earth angel. Somebody could be a Taurus, that this was a very bad investment. Somebody could be a spiritual or religious leader in someone's family or community, or this could be a Taurus. This was this cult. This is either a Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, or this could be a cult of some kind, church or a cult. This was a very bad thing to invest in because it didn't turn out anything like what they thought it would. See, when you're getting away with something, people are too dumb and they think that these things will last forever. Capitalism is narcissism and it's of the devil because it involves greed, taking more than what you need and getting over on people. And because of capitalism, the Roman Empire, which we call America, has fallen. You understand? And of course, it wasn't going to last forever. You know, having access to the police 24 hours a day for your every little whim. He threw my new shoes out and I'm mad and I want you to throw them out my house at 3 o'clock in the morning, or being able to just call the police at your little whims. You're going to see how quickly America turns around and you don't have all the access to all of the little things that were meant to cater to you that you once had in a capitalist society. you know, the healthcare, the hospitals that can't turn you away if you don't have insurance. It's a lot of medical staff and doctors that walk away now like, hell, you don't got insurance and I'm not getting paid. Tough luck. It's becoming like they do in other countries where if you don't have money to pay and you got injured, you better hope that there's a witch doctor in your neighborhood or somebody in the family knows how to set a bone. You understand? Because nobody is forced to work on you. There's no oath that you take to work on people that don't have money to pay you. You understand? Things are turning around. People sometimes get spoiled when they're used to things being a certain way for such a long time, certain systems being in place, overindulging in things. Capitalism is the devil, because in capitalism, you start creating seeds to grow food that doesn't grow with more seeds inside of them. And then you go to other countries and you try to destroy their seeds and their soil so that they have to keep buying seeds from you. In capitalism, instead of the normal amount of cows and chickens and milk, because restaurants need to turn into big corporations that rake in billions of dollars, you need more chickens and cows to grow at an unnatural, inhumane rate. So now you're impregnating chickens and cows in an unnatural way, and you're pumping them with hormones and stressing them out. You're not letting them get exercise. They're not allowed to eat grass and eat the right things, and they're not healthy animals. So you can mass produce food to make sure these corporations like McDonald's and others can become built and stay billionaires. This is of the devil. Capitalism is of the devil because it forces people to make things and grow food at unnatural times. It's not enough for you to eat food in its season. No, I need watermelon in America in the dead of the winter. I need to have anything I have a taste for that's out of season. I need someone to bend over backwards instead of letting. Capitalism is of the devil. And because of this, people think that or thought it would last forever. It was a good thing to invest in. Of course, if you got in there, made money, and got out and knew when to get out, then it was a good investment. But there are some people that don't see the red flags. There are some people that couldn't see that nothing like this could last forever. And that's what is going on with these people right here. In the past, they have made money. They have gotten rich. They have gotten over on people. They have stolen people's energy. They have gotten away with sacrificing people. And because they got away with that in the past, they thought that this would never, ever come to an end. They didn't see that we were passing through from a Piscean age of secrets and hidden meanings into the age of Aquarius, which is communication. Okay, they didn't see the change happening. Because they're in a delusion, you know. Because something was working for so long, they didn't see that in the age of Aquarius, because of all the information and communication amongst the people all over the world, that everybody would wake up to what they were doing and everyone would learn how to protect themselves. People would upgrade. People would free themselves from dogmatic religion. People's minds would become free and people would wake up to their souls. They didn't see these things would happen by 2025. They didn't see the change and the shift that took place. So they still thought it was a good investment. It was a bad investment, and they're not getting what they wanted, the people that joined this cult. They just thought it would last forever, like people think America is going to last forever and everything's going to stay the same with capitalism. No, it had to end eventually. There's no way in hell, like the Roman Empire, that it was going to go on forever. But it's people that get so comfortable that they think things will last forever sometimes. One final card and we're going to pray. Yeah, somebody can't move to calmer waters right now. Yep. Yeah. There could be two fire signs here. One could be a Leo, the other could be an Aries, Leo, Sag. They got bad karma and they missed this opportunity, and they're both closed completely emotionally. They're shut down completely emotionally right now because they went through a lot. They went through a lot. Especially this Leo. This Leo really went through a lot of humiliation rituals and all for nothing. Anytime your intentions are bad and you think good is going to come out of your bad intentions, you a fool. Okay. So somebody's the wounded warrior right now. And it looks like one fire sign might have kicked the other fire sign out their energy with this Five of Pentacles in the reverse, because it's not going in their favor right now, because they have bad karma and the time to pay up is right now. I'm Kuan Yin, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. Remember to always love. In case you don't know what love is, tune in at the beginning of my readings. So you can always remember what the symptoms of love is, the characteristics of love is, so you can learn to recognize it better in family members, friends, lovers, community. Okay? All right, so without further ado, we're going to say this prayer. Today is Wednesday, right? All right, this is the prayer they told me to say today. It changes. I show gratitude for my collective right now of the highest vibration of love. I show gratitude right now for favor, God's favor and protection over my life as I stay in alignment. I show gratitude for the Most High God, Yeshua, Christ, Jehovah. I show gratitude for my ancestors of the highest vibration of love that came before me. I show gratitude right now for my angels, my ascended masters and guides. I show gratitude for earth, wind, and fire, both the group and the elements. I show gratitude right now for each and every last one of the planets that God put in place with its unique properties and energies that are all different from one another to help get our prayer requests answered. Oh, Holy One, the Sun, intentions, who sits at the head of Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, the Moon, Mercury, Venus. I show gratitude for this morning and day. Everything that I speak, touch, seek to do, and or accomplish, it will be blessed, it will manifest to the fullest, and it will flourish. All things will go in my favor today. Right now, I decree and declare, the sun will not strike me by day nor the moon by night. Right now, I take authority over every witchcraft attack being sent to me by sun and by moon. Let it burst into flames, burn to ashes to the ground, and scatter. I shall prosper and be in good health. Every pre-witchcraft attack, let it be cut off and diminished by fire through every energy body on every plane. Let every witchcraft attack going on in my life right now and in this live and environment right now, let its power be banished and destroyed by my authority in Christ Jehovah. Right now, I cancel every dark, evil projection into my life and environment. Right now, let every force of darkness get and flee from my environment and around me. Abracadabra, catch fire in the name of Yeshua. I command every witchcraft power sponsoring repeated problems and attacks in my life. They shall not come to pass, neither shall it stand. Catch fire right now, every waster assigned to waste my life and time. Catch fire and scatter right now, every projection of witchcraft over my health and energy. Scatter by fire right now. I command peace, strength, and tranquility throughout this day. Mercury, Mars, the Sun, strength, intention, speed, and impact. Whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever ye shall loose on earth, it shall be loosed in heaven. Right now, I bind and contain every enchantment of witchcraft put against me. Right now, I break every contract and agreement with every enchantment of witchcraft put against me right now, in earth and in heaven. I bind and contain every hex, every bewitchment, every curse, every negative incantation, every curse, every hex, every evil eye, every negative energy being sent toward me, every entity sent toward me. I bind and contain you in earth and in heaven right now, and I command you, because I am, to be returned directly back to the sender, your intentions to manifest directly back in your life. I return this spell work directly back to the sender right now. Abracadabra. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Let every tongue that rise up against me me in judgment, be thou condemned. For greater is he that is within me than he that is within the world. Surely he shall deliver thee from the fowler's snare and from the noisome deadly pestilence. Right now, I take authority over every demonic force using anyone or anything that's trying to cause me any spiritual, financial, energetic, or emotional, or physical imbalance to my life. I command you and your intentions right now, burst into flames and scatter right now on every plane through every realm. In the name of Jesus. Right now, by the authority and power of Jesus, where there are two or more gathered in my name, there shall I be also. Abatachin hoy, besamai mitano, sami kadis mangista timta, fakadit, besamai in the hornet and the hoop of madar to whom. Yelet in Jerachin and Sittenvare, Badelachin and em, yeker Berlin, Inya, Yabedalunin yeker and Deminil. What if Atanam, Atagban, Kikafu, Adeninji, Mangis, Yantanatana, Highland, Mizganam, Levele Alamu, Amen. Boxum, Botsum, Memphis, Kadusum, and Amlak, Amen. Boxum, Botsum, Memphis, Kadusum, and Amlak, Amen. Boxum, Botsum, Memphis, Kadusum, and Amlak, Amen. I command every witchcraft-inspired warfare in my life to cease right now in the name of Jehovah. I command every witchcraft-inspired warfare in my life to cease right now in the name of Christ, Jehovah. I command every witchcraft-inspired warfare in my life to cease right now in the name of Yeshua. I command every witchcraft-inspired warfare over my energy, my spirit, my finances, my relationships, and my life to cease right now in the name of Jesus. For this day of the Lord, God of hosts, a day of vengeance, that I may be avenged of my adversaries. And the sword shall devour them, and it shall be satiated and made drunk with their blood. Break every bow and cut every spear right now. They did cry there. Pharaoh, king of Egypt, is but a noise. He has passed the time appointed. Every enemy, known and unknown, seen and unseen, fighting me, expire right now in the name of Jesus. Expire right now in the name of Yeshua. Expire right now in the name of Yeshua. Every enemy, expire right now. Expire in motion. Pharaoh of my life, you expire right now in the name of Christ Jehovah. Expire right now. You have passed the time appointed. I command you right now. Expire right now in the name of Jesus. Expire right now in the name of Jehovah. Expire right now in the name of Yeshua. You have passed the time appointed. Pharaoh of my life, expire by fire right now. Expire in motion, every pharaoh of my life. Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Silence the tongue of every campaign of calamity against me. Silence the tongue of everyone chanting against me. Every war strike, every scorch of the tongue, every war caused by tongue of man against me, be silent in the name of Jehovah. Be silent right now. Every war strike caused by war, by tongue of man against me, be silent right now in the name of Jehovah. Be silent right now in the name of Jesus. Be silent right now in the name of Yeshua. Every scorch of the tongue, every war caused by tongue of man against me, be silent right now in the name of Christ Jehovah. I command you, I am. Let me not be ashamed, O Lord. I have called upon thee. Let the wicked be ashamed, and let them be silent in the grave. Whosoever will enter coffin or sleeps with the dead, or worships the dead, or washes the dead, to wage war against me with the dead, in the name of Christ Jehovah, Yeshua, let them be silent in the grave. Let my enemies be silent in the darkness. Silence in the grave. Silence them in the darkness. Silence them in the darkness. Silence in the grave. Silence now. Silence right now. Silence right now. Silence in the grave. Silence in the darkness. The wicked shall become silent in the darkness. I command every lying, chanting tongue to be tied in knots and bound and binded right now in earth and in heaven, on every plane, on the etheric plane, on the ethereal plane, on the astral, mental, physical, and emotional plane. I bind every tongue speaking and chanting witchcraft against me right now. In the name of Christ Jehovah, I bind every tongue, every lying tongue, creating wars of calamity against me. I bind your tongue right now. Be silent in the grave. Be silent in the darkness. Every witch and warlock astral projecting to me in my environment, hold their horses and split their tendons so they can be immobilized. I command every witch astral projecting into my environment, let their silver cord be cut in earth and in heaven. Let my angels and ancestors cut off their sea battles, cause their airplane and Merkaba to crash and malfunction and cause their death right now. Crash and malfunction. Let every witch and warlock flying or crawling in my environment, let them fall down and die. Bend and twist every wing, burn their chariots with fire, cause their witchcraft birds' wings to break in motion. Let them fall out the sky and die instantly. Let their wings break, causing them to crash and die right now. Let the enemies of my progress be openly disgraced. Let the enemies of my child be disgraced. Let every witchcraft coven against my destiny fall out the sky and be disgraced and exposed right now. As they take off, they shall crash. As they take off, they shall crash. As they take off, they shall crash. Whosoever is flying for my sake in the name of Christ Jehovah, crash land, scrape, break your ass and die. Whosoever is flying for evil as a witchcraft bird against my soul, crash right now in the name of Christ Jehovah. Crash, crash right now. Crash and die right now in the name of Jehovah. By the light of the eternal flame, I release all ties that bring me pain. From hex, from bind, from spell and chain, I reclaim my power whole and sane. Through ancestral lines I now ascend. All wounds and shadows I transcend. No force can hold, no bind can stay. I walk in light, I clear my way. With sovereign will, my soul is free. It's protected by divine decree. By earth, by fire, by air, and by sea. I am whole, I am pure, and I am free. May the blessings be, most it be, so shall it be. I now close all portals and sever all energetic cords that no longer serve me. And I fully reclaim my divine power, sovereignty, and light. May the blessings be, so shall it be. Ashe. Collective, I love y'all so much. Thank you for that fire. I can feel it. I can feel that fire lit up under my back. From the rooter to the tutor, from the root chakra all the way to the aura, emanating around me. I can feel that fire, the energy from even those pictures y'all are putting up in my life. Thank you so much for your support. These prayers are everything. I hope they are working in your life as much as they're working in mine. I love each and every last one of you. I will be back though. I gotta eat one of these sweet, juicy mangoes I got. I don't even want to talk about it, y'all, because I don't want to trigger nobody. I don't want to trigger y'all. I don't want to trigger. It's not a bad thing, but I don't want to be like I'm bragging on nothing. But I'm going to just say this. If y'all know how much I pay for mangoes, if y'all know how much I pay for mangoes and for avocado and for bananas and plantain and stuff like that, I'd have some more enemies. Child, if I don't walk out and just pull it off of a tree and get it free, I'm going to just keep it a buck. I damn near had to pay $10 for a big avocado in Georgia, damn it. I had to pay damn near and the mango. I think mangoes are $5 each at the decaf farmers market now. Child, I'm just keeping it a buck with you. I think the mangoes are like $5 each for them big Mexican mangoes at the decaf farmers market over there by Avondale. I know everybody not from Georgia. I'm just making a point because avocados are expensive as hell, and half the time when they in the grocery store, they hard as hell, and they not even ripe yet, and then they want to charge you to get a couple of avocados, it might break your wallet. I'm just saying, if I can't pick it from a tree for free walking down the street, I pay damn near nothing for it, and I didn't want to make nobody mad. I ain't want to come off, bragging about it. It's just Maybe the cost of living and food. Child. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life eating mangoes and goddamn avocados and plantain and bananas. It ain't gonna cost me nothing. That's until I get the trees, because I'm gonna get my own little fruit trees and I'm gonna put them in my compound. All right, that's enough. I was already bragging about the milk and the fertilizer. I think that was enough. Talking about the milk and fertilizer. Guys, I am Kuan Yin. I love you. I thank you genuinely from the bottom of my heart for all of the support and all of the energy. Y'all have a blessed Wednesday, I believe it is. I will be right back. I'm going to eat my mango, child. All right, I'll be back. I'll see you in a bit. This is Kuan Yin. I have no cut cards tarot.